There are world records for being the fastest, the strongest, and the smartest. This video isn't about any of those. This is about the people who mastered skills nobody asked for, like crushing 150 eggs with their foot or running a mile in swimming flippers. Get ready for 30 of the most brilliantly useless and utterly insane records ever set by Americans who decided that logic was optional. 1. Some people discover they can play the piano. This guy found out his superpower is weaponized omelet making. He cracked 32 eggs with one hand in a minute. This isn't a record, it's an audition for a role as a villain in a breakfast cereal commercial. The sheer speed suggests he was either running from something or toward a very, very large frying pan. 2. One American woman owns over 2,000 garden gnomes, which legally qualifies her as the general of a tiny ceramic army. Can you imagine the homeowners association meetings? Yes, Brenda, your lawn is lovely, but your militia of smiling old men is starting to unnerve the mailman. It's less of a collection and more of a silent porcelain cult. 3. Here's a record that combines grace with crippling anxiety. Balancing 300 full wine glasses on your head. One sneeze and you've created a small-scale natural disaster that smells vaguely of Merlot and regret. My hands shake trying to carry one glass from the kitchen, and this guy's treating his skull like a high-end, very unstable chandelier. 4. Someone consumed 3.2 pounds of Jell-O with chopsticks in 60 seconds. This isn't an eating contest, it's a profound humiliation of gelatin everywhere. Trying to grab Jell-O with chopsticks is like trying to arrest a ghost. You just know that somewhere, a bowl of pudding is laughing its jiggly little head off at this pathetic display. 5. The record for holding one's breath underwater is 24 minutes and 37 seconds. I'm sorry, but at that point, you're no longer human. You're just a land-based fish that forgot its evolutionary path. I lose my breath looking for the TV remote, while this person is basically renegotiating their contract with oxygen on a molecular level. 6. A woman set the record for the longest continuous scream at 2 minutes and 39 seconds. Was it for a record, or did she just see her phone bill? It's the kind of sound that makes birds fall out of the sky and car alarms question their own existence. Her vocal cords aren't just strong, they're a registered weapon in 3 states. 7. One man subjected himself to over 206,000 consecutive pogo stick bounces, lasting 20 hours. That's not endurance, that's a complete system failure of the part of the brain that says, hey, maybe we should stop now? His knees probably filed for emancipation after the first hour. I wonder if he ever truly stopped bouncing, or if he just vibrates now. 8. To set a world record, a man willingly sat in a freezer for over 2 hours wearing basically nothing. Most of us declare a state of emergency if the office AC is too high. This guy paid the ultimate price just to prove he could become a human popsicle. I hope the certificate he received was at least laminated to withstand the frost. 9. A man once spent 24 hours submerged in a bathtub full of pasta. I have so many questions, and I don't want the answer to any of them. Was the water salted? Did he bring a fork? This isn't just a weird record, it's a deeply personal insult to Italy and a cry for professional help, all in one starchy package. 10. A guy managed to stuff 264 drinking straws into his mouth simultaneously. This is the kind of talent you discover by accident when you're incredibly bored. There's no practical application for this, unless you're a sea turtle's worst nightmare or trying to drink an entire swimming pool in one go. His face must have looked like a startled porcupine. 11. Swallowing 3 raw eggs in under 6 seconds is not a feat of strength. It's a biological gamble. That's a direct challenge to your digestive system's authority. While the rest of us are cooking our food, this man is just skipping the middleman and mainlining pure, unadulterated salmonella risk for a spot in a book. 12. Someone mastered the art of spinning a basketball on a toothbrush for over a minute. This raises a fundamental question. At what point during your morning routine do you look at your toothbrush and think, you know what this needs? More basketball. This is a skill so uselessly specific, it's actually kind of impressive. 13. A gentleman from the US crushed 150 eggs with his foot in 1 minute. This wasn't a world record. It was a declaration of war on the entire concept of breakfast. Somewhere, a flock of chickens watched a pirated stream of this event and began plotting their revenge. The resulting mess wasn't an omelet. It was a crime scene. 14. A man from Utah grew his fingernails to a combined length of 28 feet. That's not a record. It's a lifestyle choice that says, I have officially given up on pockets, gloves, and dignity. Every simple task becomes a final boss battle. It's a bold statement, and that statement is, I have not properly washed my hands since 1979. 15. Some absolute unit of a human being decided to pull a car using only their ears. Let that sink in. My ears get sore from wearing sunglasses for too long. This person is out there treating their earlobes like industrial-grade towing hooks. You have to wonder if they can hear the sound of their own cartilage screaming in protest. 16. Balancing on a Swiss ball while juggling for 4 hours isn't just multitasking. It's a formal declaration of war on the laws of physics. His core muscles weren't just toned. They were probably holding a press conference announcing their secession from the rest of his body. Gravity didn't stand a chance. 17. Someone ran a mile on solid ground wearing swimming flippers. This wasn't a jog. It was a desperate, floppy escape scene from a nature documentary gone wrong. If you saw this happening, you wouldn't know whether to offer him a glass of water or just throw a fish at him and see what happens. 18. One man holds the record for voluntarily holding a lit firework in his hand. This doesn't just raise questions, it raises a forest of red flags. This isn't tempting fate. It's asking fate for its Netflix password and then changing the email on the account. His self-preservation instinct is not just missing, it never existed. 19. A man successfully removed 25 t-shirts while performing a single backflip. He combined the raw athleticism of an Olympic gymnast with the frantic energy of a shoplifter trying to ditch a security tag midair. I consider it a productive day if I can get out of a hoodie without accidentally punching myself in the face. 20. Of course, America is home to a 12-foot-long, fully functional Nerf gun. This isn't a toy. It's a piece of foam-firing artillery. It doesn't shoot darts. It launches soft-tipped eviction notices. This is what happens when a CEO takes the phrase, "We need bigger ideas," far too literally during a product meeting. 21. One man has a collection of over 137,000 traffic cones. He isn't a collector. He's the leader of a silent orange rebellion. His backyard doesn't have a lawn. It has a permanent, unsolvable traffic jam. I'm pretty sure local pilots use his house as a landmark, thinking it's an airport under perpetual construction. 22. In a bizarre display of rage, a man broke 46 wooden toilet seats over his head in 1 minute. This wasn't for a record book. It was a deeply personal vendetta against bathroom furniture. He attacked those seats with the kind of focused fury most people reserve for a printer that has decided to stop working for no reason. 23. One man built a tower out of 353 rolls of toilet paper, proving that engineering genius can be found anywhere, even in the bathroom. This required the steady hand of a neurosurgeon and the architectural vision of a cat preparing to knock something over. It's a monument to what humanity can achieve with 2-ply and too much time. 24. Someone ate 19 slices of pizza in a single minute. He didn't taste it. He simply erased it from existence. This was less a meal and more of a magic show where the grand finale is making an entire pizza disappear into a human-shaped void. His stomach didn't digest that food. It just signed a treaty of unconditional surrender. 25. A man pulled a 220,000-pound airplane with his teeth. Imagine being his dentist. A checkup isn't a medical procedure. It's an industrial site inspection. He probably doesn't get a bill. He gets an engineering report. You don't ask this man if he flosses. You ask him about his torque specifications and metal fatigue. 26. The world record for holding a plank is 9 hours and 30 minutes. That isn't a workout. It's a hostage negotiation where the only demand is for every muscle in your body to stop screaming. He held that pose for longer than most marriages last. His abs are no longer muscles. They are a separate, sentient life form. 27. One guy watched TV for 124 hours without sleep, which is over 5 straight days. By the end, his brain wasn't processing shows. It was liquefying into a soup of static and forgotten plotlines. He didn't just binge-watch a series. He completed television as a concept. Now confess, what's your personal record? 28. An incredibly patient man built a tower from 500,000 pennies. This is a polite way of saying he constructed a $5,000 monument to pure, uncut anxiety. This wasn't a project. It was a multi-year Cold War against breezes, heavy footsteps, and the very concept of vibration. 29. The record for most lit candles held in the mouth is 20. This is what happens when someone makes a birthday wish to literally become the cake. He's not just a record breaker. He is a walking, breathing fire hazard who probably sweats wax. His greatest fear must be someone spontaneously singing happy birthday to him. 30. A man chose to live inside a barrel for 30 days, presumably to see what it feels like to be an aging bottle of whiskey. He didn't emerge a changed man. He emerged as a man who now considers a large cardboard box to be a luxury penthouse. So, be honest. Could you survive a month as human cargo? I'm guessing no. So there you have it. 30 monuments to questionable life choices. Now, your turn. Forget world records. We want to know the single most pointless, idiotic thing you've ever done just to prove a point or win a bet. We're not looking for bravery. We're looking for stories of terrible judgment. The best one gets our deep, abiding respect. While you're confessing, hit the like button if we earned it, and subscribe for more proof that normal is overrated.